Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. The Power Rangers movie was released in Japan this weekend. And unfortunately, I wish I had better news, but it flopped pretty hard. Estimated to make less than $1 million there. Much less than China. It's also proven that the release dates is very important. Marketing is very important to a movie's success. I believe that Power Rangers movie could have made a lot of money in Japan if it was released the same weekend. If it had a worldwide release schedule as the North American dates, then I believe it could make a lot of money in China, Japan, in all other countries to have that together. Except now, released 4 months, almost 4 months after the American release, that is ridiculous to the point of very embarrassing. And I am not surprised it didn't make much money. I was hoping and optimistic, as all of you Power Rangers fans, that this would make a lot of money in Japan, for some reason being the home of Super Sentai itself. But 4 months out the bat, I'm sure a lot of people had access and heard about the movie before it even came. It's very, very disappointing. And I hope it's learned, if in the future they ever make a sequel, if in the future they ever try to make another Power Rangers movie, I hope they've learned their lesson about release dates, about marketing, about putting it out to the public all at the same time, and making it to your audiences, to making it to a general wide audience. I in fact love the movie. I really do. And I know a lot of people love the movie. I know a lot of people despise the movie. It's a very divisive movie at best. And a lot of it has to do with nostalgia from the original. I don't know how they would have done it differently to gain that widespread audience appeal. I don't know. But I hope that we could continue. I really do. I hope that we could continue this universe of what they've planned out now, or else we've been waiting several more years down the bat. I don't know if this would be those type of movies like Spider-Man will have 3 reboots within the span of less than 10 years. I don't know if that would actually happen or not. But it is disappointing to see that this movie has been completely demolished in a way that is very disappointing and very hurtful, very embarrassing for such a good film. A good film that many people, if they actually went out and saw it, would appreciate. With that being said, it is making pretty good headway in the home video sales. I don't actually have a number, but it's #1 in home video sales for 2 weeks in a row. And I don't think anything came out this 3rd week. Let me know if I'm wrong. But if nothing came out this 3rd week in home video, then I'm pretty sure Power Rangers is #1 again, 3rd week in a row. Will that end up being enough money for a sequel? I don't know. The fact that Lionsgate and Saban has not said that they're not doing a sequel is actually good. Silence can be good right now, because if there was any interviews where they can catch these guys on the street or somewhere, they would have already asked that question. And right now they have asked Dean Israelite, and they're talking about a sequel. That was the last thing we heard. Were they banking on Japan? I certainly hope not, because then they'll be coming off really disappointed. I'm sure they are banking on home video sales right now. And of course, you know, the toy sales are up the roof. Ninja Steel is not as popular a TV series as the rest of the Power Rangers universe. So that won't add up to much to potential money putting into the sequel. I don't know how much Saban wants to invest anymore, or learning his mistakes here with the distributor Lionsgate to make sure they got a copy to China and Japan to get through those censorships before the release, well, much earlier, so that you can actually get it processed, get it done, so it's released worldwide, instead of waiting or turning it in too late. to get it processed. I think these decisions through the board, through the distributorship, through marketing, through Saban, that has to be done. And then I know things about changing up the movies to different aspects, changing up the movies to in order to gain a wider audience in international is it bogs down on the art of things, bogs down on decisions how to make the movie, how to write the film. But it's a necessity in business if you want to get that widespread appeal. Not many people love the Transformers universe, not like me, but you cannot deny they knew how to write, they knew how to direct a movie that had more international potential than in America. If they could do like Marvel or sometimes DC, especially Wonder Woman, where they could have a critically acclaimed, great story, great action, and just an entertainment value that North America will connect to, and then at the same time internationally everyone could connect to as well, then you got something there. Then you got something that you can actually shine in all categories, in all markets, and then you can think about making 5 or 6 more sequels. I hope that the sequel still does happen. I still got hope. There's nothing we can do except, you know, I've pretty much have everything Power Rangers right now, and a lot of people are out there. They're still picking up the home video sales. They're still renting them. They're still watching it, which is good. And the toys, they're still being sold. There's a lot of toy sales out there in terms of Power Rangers. Now it's up to studios, it's up to Saban, it's up to Lionsgate to see if they want to risk, if they want to gamble on a new one, if they're the only people who knows if they made money or not, while us on the outside can only see what's on the front, can only see what the media tells us, can only see what the box office tells us. We don't know what they know. And so I hope we hear something soon, maybe by next week. I know there's only 3 panels. There's only Jason David Frank's gonna play Green Ranger in that Power Rangers game. He's gonna play against some other people in the tournaments. There's gonna have some Power Ranger movie VR thing. I don't know if that's gonna have an actual panel or not. And then we have some other stuff with the Boom Studio comics and things like that. So not much in the terms of Power Rangers movie for San Diego Comic-Con, at least not that we know of. We'll find out more this coming week, and just hope that we get some kind of confirmation soon. Or at least if you're not going to make it, let us know so we don't have to keep talking about it anymore. Oh, it's a disappointing time, but good news is that it's still #1 in home video sales. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing, and I'll see you next time.